Since Chase Young stepped off the field and Jeff Okuda as well in 2019, Steve, you mention this all the time. Where's the game changer on defense? Firebomb 466 wants to know who's going to change the defense, make game-changing plays.
That's a great question, and until somebody shows that they're capable of doing it, being that Malik Hooker, or being that Denzel Ward, or being Chase Young, Jeffrey Okuda type player, you don't have that. And it's well documented, as we said. 2019 was the one time in the last 4 years where they've given up less than 20 points a game. In the last 2 years, they've given up over 20 points a game, and that's not acceptable to be a championship caliber level defense at Ohio State. So a lot of that's creating turnovers, negative plays, with sacks and tackles for loss, and those have been in short supply the last couple of years, and the turnovers are almost non-existent. So it's all a function of each other. The cornerbacks and the defensive backs cover and allow the defensive ends time to get to the quarterback. The defensive ends pressure the quarterback so that the cornerbacks don't have to cover for 5 seconds. And the linebackers just clean up whatever they can clean up in front of them, behind them, aside, wherever. And if everybody does their job like they're supposed to, it really hums and looks really good. But we've seen far too many big plays the last couple of years, and too many plays that just were not made on this defense. People in position and get the tackle broken, or don't make a play on the football, or whatever it might be. And, just a split second late. I shoot a lot of the games from the field level, and I can't tell you how many times the last 2 years I've had the quarterback's back in my viewfinder and know if they're on the road, no white jersey even in my viewfinder. And that can't happen. Even if you're coming full bore right at him, you at least block his vision a little bit to where he can't make such a clean throw down the middle. They're not even coming free up the middle to put that pressure before the ball's thrown. And it's just, it all adds up. In the course of 60, 70 plays in a football game, it all adds up. And eventually they're going to make plays on you. And that, unfortunately, is what's led to Ohio State's downfall here the last couple of years.
I think I mentioned this on the show before. Ohio State hasn't recruited a first-team all-defensive player since the 2017 class.
Wow.
That's 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, all – the best they've done is a second-team, like 4 second-team guys. The 2017 class alone ended up with 5 first-team all-Big Ten guys: Chase Young, Jeff Okuda, Haskell Garrett, Sean Wade, Pete Werner, and then nothing since. And that has to change this year, one way or another, whether that's Steel Chambers and Jim Knowles' defense. I think he's a guy that could, to answer the previous question, he could really step up. Those guys are active in Jim Knowles' defense. I think the easy answer, I think maybe the shiny answer is Jack Sawyer, because he's playing that weak side defensive end. And again, last year, that position between 2 guys produced 29 tackles for loss and 19 sacks. And Jack Sawyer is going to get some of those reps, and I know a lot of people are expecting good things from him. I think my answer, though, ultimately is like, who is the guy that steps up? Who is the best player? Maybe it's JT Tuimoloau, and he's a different kind of guy, and he played early and often last year when most guys wouldn't, when they come in July or whatever, like a week before camp shows up, and they just Willie Mays Hayes it and take over basically. And so I think that's a guy that could really, really do some things, but there's a lot of defensive ends that are going to be doing a lot of rotating. And if he's playing the same position as Zach Harrison, his snaps are going to be cut in half. Those two are going to be sharing a lot of that role. But I think he's going to be a productive guy to watch.